What's going on, everybody? VeeDotMe here. This time I have a rather popular action roguelike, probably one of my favorite FPS roguelikes, and that's Gunfire Reborn. They recently had a new season update. They've been doing these seasonal content updates that have like a seasonal mechanic. We're going to show you that in just a second. I'm going to be doing Reincarnation 9. Reincarnation 9 is actually like pretty difficult. This is my PB if we were to win today. I think for the most part, what this game boils down to is like respecting monster damage until you get to the point where you can start disrespecting it. We are playing Lyn, which is a ram. Lyn does get bonus damage based on damage resistance. I could re-roll to try to find something specific for her, but I think that's actually worth taking. Open the treasure chest. This character is also very good with critical hits, so I think bombs like these two aren't worth taking, so I'll take the Argus instead, which I know can crit. This is the seasonal mechanic right here. What we're doing is we are inputting runes and energy into this tablet. You start off by buying whatever runestone you want. There's different things for elements, different things for like weapon and bombs, primary skill, more exotic stuff here, which is all still elemental. I don't think there's anything for this character just to start off with, so I'll take the weapon level, very generic thing. And then the energy pack shows you that it's applying a +1 and a +2 in different spots. I'm gonna try this one, which I can put in this corner. And now this +2 works on the weapon level boost, because weapon level boost wants 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So now we are getting a +3 max level bonus to my weapon. Does that translate into damage? I like to say it does. This character has two things. It has a grenade, which is a snowball. It also has the E, which is this. Basically, it will execute a monster. She's also marking them. You can see like an orange bubble on each individual monster. We can take it. If you hit the orange bubble, that's called a weak spot. She will crit automatically on weak spots. I think that's probably her major mechanic. Enemies that get, I think, a weak spot hit might become broken, which makes them stunned. But even though all that sounds strong, like, I still have to be careful. This stuff still hurts. I'm still missing every shot. You still have to, like, worry about reload and whatnot. I'm not broken to start off with. Elemental damage will always cause an elemental effect if you swap weapons. Okay. I think my Argus is lightning. So, like, you can enter a room with Argus. Assuming it's lightning. It might not be. Gonna say a little bit of aim required on this. All right, Argus is not elemental, so never mind. Don't even bother doing those swaps. Okay, first level up. Of course, every character has level ups that gets. We can get bonus damage for hitting the weak spot. Targets of Frost Burial automatically become unbalanced. And then you get cooldown reduction for each weak spot that you shatter. And then damage on grenades. Both of which are kind of cool. I assume this is always good to take too. The trigger rate, damage and explosive radius of cold afterwind decrease from 50% to 30%. Explosion range reduction. I guess we have to know what cold afterwind is, right? We can go here to our hero and see that it is None of those? Is it its own thing? Yeah, sorry, I have to pause every now and then to just like look at every paragraph that the character has. So Cold Afterwind is actually the first NPC where we bought the damage reduction from. That's a different kind of perk that you could buy from that NPC. I assume Ultimate Execution might be as well, but I think this is good to take regardless. Decently generic. Just allows you to press the E button more often. Whoops. And look at that. Like, it looks so good. We'll need damage like that. Reincarnation 9 must get really tough. 8 took me long enough as is. I don't remember who I got the win on 8. It might have been the Chimp character, the Wukong character. Sting. That is elemental. So maybe it is worth taking now. We can do this fight. The way I see it, if I die to this fight, then it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, so we get automatic corrosion. I assume it must be easier for me to land crits with an AoE weapon like this. Big one. I mean, it looks like the crit rate's on this not that bad, right? Neither's the corrosion rate. Like, it may not be a mechanic we have to even worry about doing the weapon swaps, but we'll see. A reduced primary skill cooldown, but secondary skill has higher cooldown. E-spam. Potential E-spam build. Whenever you play this game, you have to consider, like, how can I become as broken as quickly as possible? And this might be the answer. That is not reducing fast enough. And I'm also hitting bugs. Just like completely worthless to me. Let's grab this. Initial value. So lethal line, there's a meter underneath each monster. And the meter is the... Is it the broken status? We have to look. So we have weak spots. Lethal line will be increased when the target gets unbalanced. And the lethal line, if the target's HP is below lethal line, it'll be executed. The higher the target's lethal line, the higher the damage. Okay, so it's like better if the monster has max HP. Like full HP. Let's grab this. A red magic potion that gives max HP. So I think the perk that we picked up, which we can see from C, right click, plus HP per second, plus damage resistance for every 2% HP. So I think we will want to stack maximum HP and not shield, which is like kind of weird. But I think that's the goal here. All right, we're going this way. That was a fast clear. Once we get access to more E, more primary. That didn't die. That's horrifying. You're dead. Sometimes I have to watch the map. See if something's gonna be behind me. I'm not getting that crit. Not bad, not bad. So maybe the Argus explosion isn't as good as I think it is for landing crits on weak spots. I mean, I do see the critical number. Crits being yellow. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. I just feel like Argus is like infinitely easier because it pierces. So if, for example, the weak spot's behind the monster, I probably can't miss. Anything up here? Yes. Luxurious box or rare scroll? Typically, I'll take rare this early on. Release electromagnetic pulses. Inflict shock damage. Nothing you would really build towards, but it is part of like a duo. Or a trio, rather. Lucky shot damage. On the second phase attack when attacking enemies with high HP. What? I'll try it over the sting. So the second swing? Is that what they're talking about? I mean, it killed. No way is she meant to be played melee. Saw the pulse. Max HP, armor, and shield. Reduce max HP for each attack taken within 10 meters. Complete 3 areas. Same thing, but a little bit less HP. We'll try this one. And now I guess I have to go back to ranged. We don't want to get that HP reduced. We only want to go up. I'll level these up, sure. I don't know why that costs so much more. I think it started off at higher level. Oh, this is a cool room right here. I do like what they did with the first biome. It actually looks very good to me. I am just Rambo right now with some of these shots. Yeah, that does a little bit of AoE. I think it could probably do more eventually. Again, I don't want to use my sword because I don't want to be in melee range until that challenge is over. All right, big monster. I don't know if that killed it. Slowdown is really nice. On the snowball? Oh, wow, I instantly got my E back. Because the monster must have gotten into broken stance. All right, so new runestone merchant. We have a choice between charge shot. Gain stacks when shooting, consume the stack, so better if you aren't spamming. Elemental ricochet, when inflicting elemental effects, restores a certain amount of ammo. Rapid fire. Primary skill, inner flow, when consuming hero skill resources. Chance to refund 35% of the resource consumed. Suitable heroes, Lee, Momo, and Kang. So that's not us. I do have a reroll here. Weapon damage per ammo restored to magazine. Reload time and weapon damage after reload. Get stacks for each stack. Primary skill, final damage is reduced. Lose a stack each time you use primary. And then you get the stacks back after next stages. At high levels, 6 and higher, you can recover stacks on kill. I think we're going to want to try to optimize that. We get a +3, which can become a +4 if we spin it like this. And then we put this here. So we get more primary skill damage. Maybe. Oh, that only goes to 5. So this is like actually activated. And by the way, you can always do auto enhance and auto select. Like if you need like just a better setup, it can like automatically generate the better setup for you. But I guess there's nothing more optimal than what I'm doing right now. Level up. Here we have when players are within frozen grenades, explosive radius, get move speed and a temporary shield. That's not bad. After throwing frozen grenades, enter enhanced state. Rate of fire goes up on rifles. Damage up when shattering weak spots. Probably have to just do this one. We don't have any reroll tech for that. So we kind of have to take whatever is the best sounding option right now. Alright, boss. We have not finished Blade Dodge yet. So I have to continue using the Argus, which isn't bad. Definitely does numbers. Just gotta spam it more. I don't know if I got hit in close range or not. I still have over 100 max HP. It's like, how close is 10 meters? I live in the US. We don't use meters for anything like casual. Alright, this is our boss. Watching that lethal line. I'm doing negative damage. That line ain't moving. I feel like the boss is gonna be... Oh, wow, that hurt. I feel like this is a new version of this boss, if I remember correctly. Alright, gotta watch for that charge attack. I promise I am trying to hit that weak spot. Okay, I think we got the flow down. No more ads from the look of it. I think if I didn't have the slow on Snowball, this would be so bad. Alright, it's gonna get executed, I think. No, my lethal limit changed. There it goes. Holy crap. We got a sniper rifle, which I don't think we'll be using, even though it's not bad for this character. If you imagine those have high crit rate, well, high crit percentage, I should say. Are you able to get a lot of damage on those weak spots? We have our choice of swapping weapons, refills the magazine. Enhancement Lover. Unlimited enhancement at the Craftsman. Plus 130 copper cost every time. Free from the effect of Craftsman's Inheritor. And then extra money and supplies. I mean, it's not terrible to take. You only have to pay more after the third enhancement. So I think with that, you may as well just take it, because it doesn't hurt at all. Alright, next area. Last one before the boss. Let's make this count. This game hurts. And we're almost at the point where I feel decently strong-ish. Alright, task is done. I think we can swap to this. I ended at 107 max health. Because I feel like playing melee in this game is pretty fun. And you just need something for bosses. And we have like pulse damage around me and stuff. We have good max HP. We get crits on the weak spots, and it's really easy to hit the weak spots by just cleave the whole monster's body. There is a like range attack this can do. I feel like I don't do it that much on sword. Oh yeah. That is still alive somehow. I guess it also helps that we're making them broken status in melee, which allows me to like do my gameplay a little bit more easily. Kind of like that. And the monsters slow down too. Very, very easy to just bop it when they are like hunched over crying. I think we get move speed with sword out too. Rare melee build. Got an achievement. Use Lin to execute enemies 50 times. Have I never played this character before? Yeah, the only problem is we have to gap close. Sometimes it takes a little while for her to reach this stuff with the amount of move speed I have. I guess like while running, you could do right click. Am I stuck? I'm losing some shield. We're not like completely vulnerable, but I can see where, you know, we're losing shield every now and then. A lot of shield loss. Nice. It's scarier than it looks, trust me. Sold that. It had a weird icon I didn't recognize. When the magazine is more than 50% full, get rate of fire. In case we want to go for that assault rifle setup. I don't know, because I feel like this is pretty entertaining as is. Shrieker is the explosion, guarantees critical. I think that's a waste. That's like redundant, right? Deal lightning damage to surrounding enemies when your shield breaks. Buffed by your max HP. Okay. This is also a new weapon. Is that like a no? What is that icon? Is that unique to this character? Like it can't hit weak spots? That would be kind of bad, right? Is that balance? Immunity to damage when swapping. Or reloading. Wow. Again, when you think about like assault rifle rate of fire setup with fast reload, that could actually be a thing. Total skill damage for every max HP. This is a new weapon. It is a hand, though. It is not a assault rifle. Yeah, this one crosses out the gun icon. I have no idea what that means. This is also pretty fun. It's, of course, not an assault rifle. Use a weapon resource. Maybe I'm okay without. I think it's like on landing hits with the kunai, you can do a fan of knives after. But maybe a little bit like unnecessary for this kind of setup. More frozen grenades. Chance restore use on weak spot. After causing unbalance, get damage resistance, which this gives us bonus damage. When shattering weak spots, this is the level 2 version. Get damage increase on the same weak spot. I feel like I'd like 1 point in the damage resistance, if not more. But at least early on. It might make this fight a little bit longer. Let's see if there's a better assault rifle. Skill damage, if your skill hits an enemy with more than 70%. That's really good for us. Would this hit a weak spot automatically? This has tracking to it. I assume the answer is no. Bonus crit rate? That could be not half bad. Oops. To replace this thing? Z to compare? Rate of fire and chance at more projectile. Maybe the cavalry is a bit better. Even though it has... Oh, it has better crit rate. Or crit damage, I should say. I don't think there's a crit rate stat, except for your own base stats. 1 random ammo. Okay. I'm good with this. It will need some levels, because that's going to be how we kill the boss. May as well put some levels here. I assume you would not want to use the fire sword on the boss, right? Especially since this is the long one. Look at that. If we had the tech for an instant target on the weak spot, it would be like kind of nice, I think. I can't move! Am I supposed to swap and use my melee on these rocks? Wait, that kind of worked. Not gonna lie. I was gonna say, I probably could have killed the boss by now if I just focused on it. Ignored the freaking rocks. The rocks scare me. There it is. Not bad. That E is kind of strong, not gonna lie. This I don't think she wants to utilize. This marks enemies and gets bonus energy when you use your abilities. But I think when I use my abilities, the monster should be dead. Damage with Frozen Grenade. AoE damage on Frost Burial. This AoE damage can directly shatter weak spots. That seems strong. This is... Weapons always have 2 exclusive inscriptions. The maximum number of exclusives is fixed at 2, so it can't go higher. And you can't have more than 4 inscriptions total. I think that's okay to take this early on. That does sound kind of interesting. Big hippo on this character. Imagine, like, all of that's hitting weak spots. Assuming, like, the stuff doesn't just die to my E. So much for the melee build. Alright, after every boss, you get a runestone merchant. Secondary skill, elemental ricochet. Damage per ammo restored to magazine. That's kind of interesting. Gain 1 stack for every continuous fire. While firing, each stack increases rate of fire, consumes extra ammo. I like the idea. We also have a second mana surge in here. Shoot, I think I'd rather have 2 of these. Alright, so these are all +2s. You could try to go for the corner. And then eventually buff like this. And then we have to move these around. I'm going to show you what the auto select does. Basically, the game tries to look at how many total points are there. And then how many are invalid. Invalid would be your wasting points. Like this +2 is a waste. So auto select. Is it auto enhance? Oh, maybe empty. Empty first, then auto select. There it is. Okay. So the game made a +5 and a +6 here. And then it's up to you to decide, okay, would I rather have the weapon level boost here or these 2? And I would definitely rather have these 2. It's like you don't have to go through all the motions of setting it up yourself. I'm sure the game is trying its best to optimize it. Refresh ascensions. A chance for your bombs, the grenades, to do more damage. Enemies have more weak spots. But you lose unbalanced chance? I think I need unbalance, right? If that's minus 60% unbalanced chance, I don't think you want to do this. Though I guess the idea is that if you have double the weak spots, weak spots have a chance to unbalance. But I guess we don't know what that base chance unbalance is. I'll try it since our E can break weak spots, and if each monster has 2 weak spots, that's like hopefully more than 60% chance. Kind of like that? Maybe? Maybe not? So, the hippo's fun, not gonna lie. I do fear that I can probably kill the monsters faster if I don't shoot with it. But we'll see. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. Let's swap these. General Runic Energy can enhance a runestone, increasing its initial activated points by 1. So remember, we had one rune that was at 5. That will actually make it go to 6, because it's going to start off at 1. Something's behind me. It's a single coyote. Oh, wow. I can really feel the cooldown reduction on the E. Real monster. But I can't really hit the weak spots. Like, if the weak spot is behind, it's a little bit awkward. It's working, though. Chance to create lightning ball on crit. Initial split is 5 bullets. What does this look like? I'm willing to try it. I don't think sword is happening anymore. Ooh, almost missed this. I believe one of these shows up per biome. No, I think we got 2 in the other one, so there must be more. So we can replace a random normal on this, so each hit weapon damage. Lose a stack, and no, it's this one. Pierce +1. I think we have to keep that. Reroll all. I dare say we go for the random weapon. Projectile up, glimmering. Causes explosions. What in the world is... Oh, this thing. The weapon itself causes additional explosions. I'll probably have to test it at one point to make sure that you can activate a weak spot with explosions. I'm just not confident that you can. I'm getting chased by a dog. Okay, that looks good. It's so many bullets, and we pierce, so it's a lot easier to hit the weak spot. I think I like this. The lightning is whatever, I suppose. But this is a very good starting point for this setup. And that's assuming that everything doesn't simply die to E, right? I see the lightning orbs, too. That's coming from this Sunder. It's just so easy to crit with this on this character. That thing died. She, like, loses sight of monsters sometimes. It's like she's channeling her ability, and you lose line of sight and don't pull it off. That's so funny. All right, Phantom Peddler consumes 2 coins on hit to increase your damage. Killing enemies in 5 hits will refund all the money you spent. Triggering a crit does not consume any money. Wow, that's interesting. The other stuff, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like this setup. You can look for more interactions with crit. Did I lose money for that? No, I think you have to hit a monster to lose money. New Peddler. Element Ricochet. When inflicting elemental effects, restore. I think we want to be reloading, right? What you do is you go to your scrolls, see what in here. Like, there's elemental damage on swaps. We're getting ammo when we walk, too. Maybe I'm not actually going to be reloading that much. Primary skill cooldown acceleration. You can't not take that. Okay, so we have spot here. Could definitely, like, plug 2 above. Could also go diagonal and hit, like, these 2. That gives me a 4, so that might be more beneficial. So we could do something like this and get 10% CDR. We do have general rune energy, so I could put 1 in here. Enhance. So now they're both 6s. I'm getting stacks back for Mana Surge. It's very nice. All right, let's do this boss. Oh, we should do this first. A little bit of extra damage before the secret room we're about to go into. Initial value. I love how it just says initial value. Get more damage resistance. After shattering weak spot, up to 200%. I think we are doing that probably more likely than we were before with the enhanced E. Especially since we're hitting multiple monsters. Like, look at that. Almost a full refresh. Not quite. Boss already? I don't quite know what the meter is next to the E. I thought that was maybe like the full charge causes weak spot damage. Or unbalanced state. These are annoying. But if I kill the boss... There it is. Everyone's done. Lucky shot chance on hit. Then this thing. This is a new weapon. It's actually very, very cool looking. It gains energy based on moving. And then goes into like a powered up state that gives you a bunch of stuff. Range, damage, etc., etc. But I don't think I can use it here. I'm a little worried about that like X'd out snowflake icon. More damage for bosses, and we're very early in the run. I don't think I need that, to be honest. Let's do it. It's not retroactive, so I'm not getting any bonus for the last areas I've done so far. But it's gonna count everything going forward. First wave. You're dead. This is nice. I feel like I've never played this character before. I only played the squirrel. Momo, I think his name is. I can't see this to use my E. Third wave. Yeah, this game has such a good power fantasy to it. I think that's probably my favorite part of the game is like, I make something strong and I do feel strong afterward. And the game does try to scale. Like, they will kill me if I just stand still. However, there are builds that don't care about that either. Obviously, it's not what I'm using. We're kind of in like a one-shot build, I'd say. Not glass cannon, of course. I could die here. Got reset. I missed! Kill it! Oh, there's one more. Because I think there were multiple elites. Oh, I think I still have to clear everything. That was just one wave that had an elite in it. I do think I'm getting bonus damage for killing elites, though, so that's good. I haven't used my grenade in a long time. Probably would have helped out with kiting that one monster. Bruh. Because I've got to remember that the Q is basically my crowd control. Alright, so I still think that we have to dodge some of the bows, because I'm not confident that they will hit the weak spot. This has its own weak spot mechanic. Slightly decreased rate of fire when tapping ADS and hitting the enemy multiple times will cause it to enter the state of weak spot. No, all damage will be a triggered critical hit. It's very interesting. Maybe if I re-roll the normal affixes, it might turn into something interesting. Sniper. Rocket launcher, basically. Again, I am assuming that those do not help. 30% chance to recover all charges when you pick up a secondary skill. Elemental damage up. Replace all normals of the selected weapon with rares. Before completing 3 rooms, defeat enemies using the weapon. Is it that good? More lucky shot. We have the magazine full tech. What is there a chance that this is not even all that good though? Weapon damage if you have no secondary, that's probably not gonna happen. Reduced special ammo when shooting with large weapons, which I don't believe we're doing. And that might be it. Of course, I could be looking at some of this other stuff. The dart split's kind of interesting, too. Dang. All right, let's do this. Just in case this is somehow good. Oh, I forgot we can web sling. We'll level up. And then do the elite encounter. Am I dumb? Here we go. After throwing frozen grenade, rifle bullets auto target. This is a rifle. Think it might be legit. For whenever my E just isn't active. Oh, it's this. This one's kind of annoying when you're solo. But if you have damage, it's not that bad. I'm not doing the ADS. That looks good. With the rate of fire, that's like really good. I'm not getting any of my quests done. Maybe I can't do it in this room. Consecutive kills and assists. And I'm pretty sure that should have been consecutive. Oh, I can see the auto target. That's really nice. It goes burr, literally. That's so funny. How much money am I losing? Remember the mechanic? If you crit, you don't spend any money on shot? Is that happening? I haven't looked at my money at all. Just pray that I'm not losing money for this. Yeah, do me a favor. Watch in the upper right and see if I'm like netting positive on money. I forgot I'm defending. Point. I'm not doing the objective. I'm just playing team deathmatch. Beautiful. That was not half bad at all. We get our reward. Foundry is the base weapon, so we aren't using that. When an enemy hits you, release a spike. First purchase does not cost money. Always good to take. I love how everything on the screen bounced just then. So I already have that, even though we haven't gotten any progress on it. The weapon seems fine. I don't know if it's better than the Sunder. And we still have to finish off the quest too. Interesting. Well, I mean, I got the consecutive just then. Maybe that wasn't fast enough. I think I have to at least be holding the weapon. I may not necessarily have to get the kill with the weapon itself. I think it's like in the rooftop. Dang, if I got that double kill. Okay, we're 1 out of 5. Can we do better? Can't reforge the weapon, which has no Gemini inscription. Share crit bonus. We do a lot of crits. So if our second weapon is like a sniper rifle, then we could get really, really big numbers on our assault rifle. Hand over a scroll to get some money. So for this, it's like, is there anything I would not really utilize? And I don't think so. Even stuff like this. My weapon is being converted into lightning, because I got the 3 perks, lightning conversion down to the bottom right. This one works on reload. So I feel like everything is getting utilized, at least to some degree. All right, let's do this. It's a boss? How can I kill... I think it's 3 monsters, like, in rapid succession. But it must not work in these kind of rooms. That's my guess. Sundry check. Oh my god, the CDR. Wait, did you block that? That's a thing? Alright, there's our boss. I saw the rate of fire. I assume that's for all weapons. I have to Giga Focus. Like, I want to actually land the E on the boss itself and not on this junk. There it is. Alright, I'm kind of done with the hippo idea. I don't think it's going to work out the way we want. Grenades deal more. Enemies gradually recover 25% of the damage during the slow effect. So deal double damage, but they might be able to get that health back. Weapon hits on weak spots store weapon damage when shooting causes enemy unbalance. Unleashes all the stored damage. Let's get the last point of this. And then we'll worry about the other stuff later. Scalpel has a 3.5. I think you'd rather look for a sniper rifle. That's like a 4 times crit multiplier or something. Reward, gain 3 stacks of lightless. This is helping us reduce damage I take. Skill damage for each inscription. I can't lose max HP. In fact, I haven't gained max HP in a long time. What in the world? That's not fair. Alright. I need lots of kills. In rapid succession. Somehow this is not fast enough. Wait, I'm 2 out of 5. Something worked. Starflea? That's a staff. So it doesn't have the auto tracking on it. Weak spot auto tracking. 4 out of 5. We're almost there. Double elites. Oh, yeah. That is painful. Definitely want that sniper gone. Dang, I need some, like, reload speed or something. This is scary. Like, can you get away from me, please? Very satisfying. Alright, this is a... It's labeled as a handgun, actually. That's a hand rather than a handgun. Same as this. This is a sniper. 4 times multi. I think we look for it. After killing 5 enemies, bullets will home in on nearby enemies' weaknesses. Hold to auto-target marked enemies. An extra projectile will be generated after 5 shots. Hitting the weakness 10 times The number of shots required to fire additional projectiles is reduced. It's like, is it better? It has some better base damage. But what we're getting, Lucky Shot, Rate of Fire, we still need to get this too. We won't get that until we finish the quest. That was also a 4 times multi. So once we find the blacksmith, we'll try to activate that. More elites, by the way. There you are. It did not die. I'm gonna need you to instantly die, please. I would rather not play the game. I wonder if those pets count towards the quest. All right, you're dead. Where's the other one? Oh my god. Oh, you're dead. Task failure? Oh my god, I actually could fail this. I did not know you could fail this. It appears I need a new weapon. Preferably an assault rifle. Big projectile count. Each projectile hit increases base weapon damage. I have to, right? I'm down in a fix. Gain 1 stack of state. They just make up stuff sometimes. On hitting weak spots, 3 stacks of state. On shattering weak spots, increase skill damage per stack. It's pretty good. Immunity to curse scrolls, very good. New frog. Ammo restore gives you weapon damage. Skill damage and melee range during skill duration for each second that elapsed. So it's good for a character whose skill lasts for X amount of time. Minus reload time, plus damage after reload, crit chance, lucky shot. For each point allocated, get more weapon damage. I can try the reload tech. Because if we have enough rate of fire, we're going to be reloading a lot. So we'll have to do something about that. We have here, here. 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 Either way, like, I'm getting a 4. Just probably worthwhile. I guess there's a world where you try to, like, also hit this one with something. Okay. We're getting strong. I mean, we're already strong. I'm just surprised that you could fail that event. I didn't know that you could possibly fail that. This is more weak spot tech. This is the AoE damage on our E. Very, very good. How do I get up here? Okay, boss time. We'll see how good the build is based on how it does on this boss. Recover max HP and ammo whenever you do elemental effects. This... I think we tried Stinger before. Porcupine is, like, pretty adjacent to that. So I feel like you don't go for it. This thing doesn't have a very good ammo capacity to utilize rate of fire. When casting secondary, chance to double it. That's fine. Every 6 shot gets bonus damage. Also pretty good. Dragon Chaser has homing shot, so it might interfere with our, like, home in on the crit spot. All right, let's etch. Reforge. We're looking for shared crit bonus. We lose some stability, but I don't think that matters. Put in some damage here. I don't plan on using the sniper on this boss. Famous last words, I guess. I die to this boss sometimes. Just to say that. It's still alive. So that could be a good sign or bad sign, depending on how you look at it. No more grenades. That's not good. Oh, this is a triple jump. I didn't realize. Dang. The weak spot thing keeps moving. Because, like, I lose the chance to fight the monster. I couldn't get out of that. It's like, am I out of ammo? I'm very tanky, at least. Give me the execute. Yo! Alright, the build's kind of sick. Hang on. We aren't doing talisman. Weapon damage up for your money. You can eventually get sale price reduction. So I'll just take it. Cloud Weaver. Not an assault rifle, so we skip it. Golden Goblet. Final piece of Bitter Windrush. Frost Burial adds stacks. Refund some cooldown if it does unbalance. But I think we should finish this off first. Alright. And then sell. Now there is another one of these. Eventually we'll get to the point where we start replacing some of the bad ones. Like these are 3s and 4s. With some higher level ones. Melee Mage, skill damage at close range. Domain. Secondary skill. Dealing 5 instances of secondary skill damage. Reload speed, weapon damage after reload. Crit. It's not bad. Move speed gives you final damage. Obtain a lightning blade periodically or after dealing primary skill damage. I think that's you spamming primary skill, which we kind of do, but maybe not that much. We'll do the crit. See, we're getting 8s now. This box. Or this. Like, looking at our formation right now, it's not... Like, I have to replace this thing with this thing, which is probably not terrible. 3 line would be replacing here. Let's try this one. And what we'll do, we'll empty and see how the game decides. Only 1 invalid point. I don't know if they're talking about this or not. Just a point that's not being utilized at all, compared to one that's getting, like, filled in with another rune. So what we need for sure... This is fine. This is fine. There's more primary skill cooldown reduction. The crit... Maybe do this instead. These you'll want to get stronger eventually, but I think they're okay right now. So crits are doing a lot of damage. We have really, really good cooldown reduction on E. E, I assume, cannot crit at all. We also should probably keep in mind, we may want to see, not the C button, the tab button. Spiritual Link. Right now, we have max level of this down here, plus 1 extra targets of ultimate execution, which requires whatever this thing is. And I guess this too. It's like sometimes when you come here, you may want to push for one of those synergies. Can't reroll. You can purchase 2 enhanced occult scrolls from the Phantom Peddler. Chance for a scroll to be boosted. Costs no copper when upgrading with the craftsman. And I have like infinite supply of crafting. Weapon and skill damage for each extra non-curse scroll when having more than 20 non-curse scrolls. So it's like you have no cost to buff, but once you get a lot of scrolls, it starts nerfing your damage. I feel like this is possibly very strong. Let's see if it works the way we think it does. I probably already have over 20. So you have to really do those upgrades. But can I like max it out at 99? Surely not. Like surely it's gonna like add a base number. Oh, we might need a new assault rifle. It's okay at best. E is doing pretty well. But the problem with this gun is the rate of fire increases by landing shots. And I'm afraid that like the initial bullets are just not very good. Okay, so enhance costs 0. And then after 3, it has a base cost to it. Based on the other thing we have, which is infinite upgrades. So long as you have the money for it. Let's do this. I need a new assault rifle. A good one. Boom. Boom. Some of this stuff doesn't die because it has like an extra effect, like a zombify effect. But they kind of keel over anyway, so they aren't doing anything. Wow, did I miss? Maybe I didn't hit the weak spot, but I didn't get like the bonus. I mean, that seems pretty good. Without me even having to shoot at all. But I think I have to shoot to kill a boss. You can pick up buns at high HP. You get overflow into your shield. Which is, like, again, I'm not really looking for shield. I'm looking for max HP. But I'm not going to complain about it. Boom. Oh, if I don't have energy, do I not get the explosion? It's like right now I don't have energy. Yeah, okay, maybe that's what the energy is. It's for the AoE. You know, I think I'm losing money, by the way, with this gun. I feel like I've been at 700 for a long time. And maybe it's because I'm not using the grenade enough? Remember, we get tracking when we use the grenade. I feel like I was doing much better earlier. Sniper. Still has 4 times multi. It's like, unless it goes higher than 4, we sell it. This area did get, like, new stuff to it. Not on this update. I think it was maybe 1 update ago. I think even this layout you're looking at right now may be the new layout, if I remember correctly. See ya. See ya. That's a comic zone. Little age check right there. Oh my god, that's a lot of fire. Elite Yaksha. A lot of them. Multiple elite Yakshas. And powerful enhanced monster. That's scary. Hello? Oh yeah, you know the weapon I need is gonna be here. It's gonna be big. Shotgun. Tony Stark weapon. Bows are basically sniper rifles. This is melee, apparently. Uh-oh. Are we in trouble? I mean, stuff is dying, but... we're using a suboptimal weapon. I only play in optimal. After causing unbalance, get damage reduction. I don't think we need a slow effect. I don't think we need weak spot generation size or time. I know that, like, regenerate weak spot seemed interesting. I think we're okay without. Something's behind me. It's a single crab. Ow. My re-invasion. I think I've taken more damage from those little lanterns than anything else. I guess there's a world where, like, okay, you want your grenade to actually do damage. Just for small things like those. My god. Sheesh. There's still one thing alive. Oh wow, it's freaking bombing me. Stuff up top. This is definitely a new setup for this biome. Alright, there we go. Holy crap. Alright, I see a sniper. Revolver. Handgun. Shotgun. Actually, the Wild Hunt had the same icon as a sniper rifle. No, not sniper rifle, as an assault rifle. It had this icon. I would assume that's the SMG icon. And that's not the same thing as an assault rifle. But Rainbow Arc... are those... oh, those are different icons. Charge shot. The longer you charge the weapon, the higher the damage of the shot. It's free. Reloading deals current weapon damage around you. Crit stacks. And using skills spends energy. I don't think you do that. Skill damage, chance to deal double damage. Even though we execute. 3-round burst. Third shot, auto crits on hit. After killing enemies, bullets will home in on nearby enemy weaknesses. I'm so afraid that that doesn't work the way we need it to. Revealer was okay, right? Elemental, we aren't really doing. I'd have to find a way to re-roll it. I think we at least do this. Hopefully that becomes faster. lightning blast. Launch a force field sphere, and then you shoot through it. Let's try this. Runs of Gunfire do sometimes go a little long if you do a lot of reading. I'm sure if you just like grab whatever gun has green numbers on it, there's a lot less reading to be done. We gotta kill this thing. They split! This is gonna reveal the right one. This way. Got it. Okay. A lot of sound effects. Dash charges. Auto destroys after being discarded. Can select 2 scrolls to be inactive. Actually don't need this. I'll take the money. Because we're immune to Curse Scroll anyway. Triple dash is nice. If anything, it just speeds up the run. This gun felt pretty good. I think we could still do better. But it certainly feels like I'm getting the weak spot more often, assuming there is a weak spot. The rate of fire feels much better too. Like, what's that noise? It's these things. Not this, it's like a squid shot. That, right there. Any more? Game's definitely making it seem like there's more. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, let's etch. Oh, wow, this thing did not have full slots. Okay, we got that. We're back on damage. Our money's going up. We got Mark of the Beast money. Not to be confused with Mr. Beast money, but now I'm actually doing some damage and getting money for it. Remember, we were worried earlier that that other gun is actually eating my money. So what, we're getting the AoE energy from doing weak spot? A lot of characters in this game have builds that, like, assume you're not going to put points into anything else. But it almost seems like this character has a really big need to have some of everything. I need weak spot. I need raw weapon damage. I feel like I need ammo on Q. That thing was bugged. Like, I don't have that many grenades, and I feel like I need more grenades. I need some of everything. Max HP? 131. I've definitely had a lot more than this on other characters, but we're getting there. There's plenty of game left to do. Let's do this. Nimble tracker. Again, I'm worried about stuff that has tracking to it. Increase weapon damage if the enemy is far from you. Fine on the other stuff. Basically, if it's not an assault rifle, I'm skipping. I'm really valuing the auto tracking on weak spots. I guess technically you could use a weapon that tracks weak spots. Like you put a tracer on the monster's weak spot and then hold left click. But it's like, or I could throw a grenade and have the game trace it. Basically like that. I'm coming. Just hang on, I'm coming. Yeah, but AoE, like if there's a lot of monsters, you almost get the E energy back instantly. Because I must be hitting a lot of weak spots. Yeah, look at that. Feels good. There we go. I do see... Where are you? Below me? Yeah, okay. So another runestone. We can actually buy energy now. So always buy that when available. Crit strike again. Primary skill. Yeah, this is the thing that we're using. Is like, do we have a redundant amount of this? Maybe it's impossible to have redundant amount of primary skill mana charge. Has to be this. So unfortunately, this is a slot. It's from this. So what I could do, we can do something like this instead. I lose this though. Really? Oh, okay, I see what I did. Huh. This is unfortunate. I mean, we could do the 3 here, right? And turn this into a 6. And then put this here and that there. So now we have a lot of stacks. It still says up to 10. Do I only get 10? I mean, I'm at 15 stacks. Oh yeah, it's charging up right now to 10. So they all have their own stacks independently. But does that mean that they don't increase the damage triple-fold? Kind of depends on if they all lose a stack when I use E. Alright. We don't want to do that. Pulls in enemies. I mean, it's not awful. Wish I had a reroll there. I definitely would have rerolled that. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can test this out with 1 E. Yeah, they all went down by 1. Which makes me think it is working. I'm getting the damage boost for each one. Obviously, like, they get executed, right? But, like, maybe there's a world where I would not have executed it without all that extra damage. And maybe we're also buffing the AoE. Which is very important. Extremely important, actually. See, that didn't auto-die. What are you doing? It's like summoning roots. That is a sniper. I should have checked the crit percent. I just sold it instantly without thinking. Let's check this out. How bad could this be? I like what they did with this area. I don't know if this like is the default way it spawns now. But like this is new. If you have not played the game in a little bit, it's still the same fish area, but the actual, like, biome, like, the way how you are traversing through it, it does appear to be different. And I think different monsters spawn as well. You know, this is, like, kind of unfortunate when you run out of secondary, which are the grenades. It's like I don't really want to just shoot these normally without shooting my grenade first. Wrong one. There we go. Easy as that. Yeah, see, you could mark the enemy and home in on it, and maybe you could mark the individual weak spot. But I feel like that's asking for a lot when I could just avoid doing that completely. Damage resistance. Increased damage dealt when you consume ammo. All scrolls are non-discardable. Peculiar chests, which I think are the red chests, offer multiple items. It takes 2. Do I have the first piece of that? I do not. It's like, what are the chances I get the other piece before the run ends, right? I'm immune to curse. I am assuming I can't possibly fail that. Like, I can't brick my build unless I get reduced HP. That might be a problem. But otherwise, I don't think I can brick this build the way it's set up. Even if I get, like, increased primary skill cooldown, the benefit is probably, like, increased secondary or increased damage, so it's probably not that bad. It's a kind of cool setup with the boats. Elite invasion! There you are. Still alive. Got 1. That got 2. Again, these aren't free. 1E is not enough to kill the elite, and certainly not enough to kill a boss either. Nice. Alright, anything worth taking? What is that icon? Is that the shotgun icon? Like, I get the idea. I just feel like it's worse than using the gun I already have. Really good rate of fire, pretty good magazine. Oh, man. Like, it's not that good of a cavalry, right? Famous last words, I guess. Gotta be shotgun. Alright, what do you got for me? What am I doing? Recover HP after damage. After completing this quest, remove all of your debuffs from all failed quests. And I don't think I have any. Weapon damage. Hit 40 of your next shots. Should be easy if we have homing. I mean, maybe it's not true homing. Maybe it's just if you hit the target, you hit the weak spot instead. I guess I never thought of that. Projectile speed. Let's do an extra point. Elite Gathering. I see it. I see it. Dang. See, I'm like not critting. Aren't you supposed to be homing in? Missed it. Hit the wrong thing. Am I aiming at other monsters? Heard it that time. Maybe they go underground. Or maybe these are just weird, right? I gotta be looking at these crits if the Gemini is active. Got a goblet out of it. Slow time. More grenades. Chance to restore 1 count on weak spot. That's legit. Shield recovery will not be stopped, but reduce the recovery speed. I'm okay with that. Okay. Like, typically, you would also take that with a means to give you shield back. But I'm okay with that, I think. Last point of this. There's also this lucky practice thing. Lucky practice is part of spiritual link. It's this. So I think that is the one piece I need. Frost Energize. Yeah, Frost Energize. It may need to be at max level. No. So all I need is one more scroll to activate Lucky Shot on weak spot. I always forget to do my spiritual links because sometimes they can be very strong. All right, I feel like I missed a secret area. This biome felt very quick. Relatively quick, right? Because it is a long run in general for roguelike. This came out around the time that all roguelikes were kind of this long. Minus 100% extra ammo of other types when shooting normal shots. Increased damage for each shot consumed. That is us. We are normal Andes here. Everything else seems to be fine. Crits. 2.5. All right, nothing better. Big enhance. I'll go to 15. I don't think you can increase the crit rate, the crit modifier for leveling up. So I don't think there's a point leveling up the sniper rifle. I could have maybe checked if it had etch. That looked good. Yeah, the slowdown effect makes that really nice. I'm very slow, though. I can see it trying to home in. Yeah, the slowdown actually works on these, which is very surprising. It's like a little buggy almost, right? Because like the game has this kind of scripted. Can these die? No, the heads can't die independent of each other, right? No, I don't think that's a thing. All right. 2 times. We have one more area left. That's a 4 times multi. Same as this gun. It'd be a question of, like, could it get a plus multi affix? And maybe it can. Merciless combo. Increase weapon damage for 2 seconds after hitting enemies stackable. Sure. This is Sudden Frost in case we get the Frost Blessing thing we need. I think there's only one chance for it to show up, really. All right, I think this might be the last one of these. All right, weapon rapid fire upgrade. Gain a stack for continuous fire. Increase rate of fire. Secondary skill usage. I don't think we need that anymore. We'll try it. Oh, wow, these are big. Likelihood of activation might be with this double set of 3. All right, let's empty. Auto select. 5 invalid points. I think that can't be helped. Basically, we'd be getting rid of some of the 3s once we get to that point. We definitely cannot have these as low. So we'll do this. This is also a 6. These we can boost up with our energy. So enhance. And then I'm actually going to chill on my last 2 points here. And then most likely the next frog that we see will push us out of the 3s and into the 4s. All right, last thing. Victory Lap. Ultimate Execution did show up. Damage on Frost Burial. When the enemy target is unbalanced or HP is below lethal line, deal it an additional time to another enemy. We get rid of this thing. So that's like a build refiner. Try to solve some of your problems. Now we do that. I don't think it's gotten the bonus for the spiritual link. Yeah, we have this. We didn't get Sudden Frost level 3. So you need a lot of stuff to make this active. I don't know if that's possible to get, like, at this stage of the game. But if it happens, you know, that's cool. Like, that is incredible. That's that power fantasy I'm talking about. It's like, what a stark difference between what we were doing in the span of just taking one thing. Fireball on crit. Lucky shot chance whenever you hit. I sold it. I kind of meant to compare it because it looked pretty interesting. Crit rate. More times the enemy's weakness got hit, the stronger the weak spot effect. Projectile up. Let's check this real quick. For the last modifier. Burning damage. How awful. Not that this is bad. I think the weapon I sold could have possibly been good. So a little sad about that. Let's go through here. My hope is to get through this section of the game in under 10 minutes. I'm not trying to stall. Oh yeah, I saw some ricochet just then. Maybe it was searching for the weak spot. Oh yeah, this part. Oh, they found the right one somehow. Get rid of that. I got like no move speed as well. When not hit, get lucky. No, when not within close range, get lucky shot chance. Plus max HP, minus damage reduction. minus HP per second. Looks like it's that. The minus HP per second thing isn't bad if you're like fully decked out on shield, and technically I am, but I don't have a means to like instantly get shield back. I think that's the big difference. Sometimes like manually selling this stuff adds to how long this run goes. And like that's sort of min-maxing. The only thing I'm gonna do with that money is like Giga reroll, not reroll, Giga upgrade. I'm sure someone would think, oh, you don't even need that much upgrading at this point. You might have GG, but what if you don't? The game scales pretty heavily. What if I just don't do enough damage? And that 2,000 bucks might have been the answer. Like, the only way you'll know is when it's too late. And don't think I saw... There it is. This is what I was looking for. All right. And we get all of these. So I think you do... Snatch the weapon first to see what it is. Something we won't use. 5 times multi on it, actually. Was I using spores? No, it was probably showing me this effect. I hope. Replace normal with rare. This is like not bad. So I guess we go with the level up. Yeah. The Strike Wing doesn't even have a normal on it. So not like supreme giga value just then. We're not hitting omega value on that red chest, but you know, it's all right. We'll take it. Energy. These areas can be shorter. It's less overall biome too. It's really just a matter of like, can you kill the whole roam? Oh my god, my reload speed. Whoa, that thing lives. Where in the world did all these come from? As you saw, I just throw the grenade down. I don't think that could be a secret over there. I think we have exhausted this area. All right, see if we get lucky. Blizzard Gale, weak spot tech. It's not the thing we need for the Giga ultimate charge, but it has to be level 3 as well. So I don't think it's possible to see it. Yo, that's so crunchy. All right. We're looking for good rifles. Again, this is like min-maxing. We probably have game already and don't need to go through all these other motions. But if I have your time, I want to give you like the maximum quality I can get you for your time. Is this thing like immune to damage? Like if you clicked in to see a busted build, I would want you to see a busted build by the end of this. If it's mediocre, like a normal build, then I didn't do enough. Nice. All right, let's do this first. Same setup. I think this counts as a shotgun, not an assault rifle. Level up. I mean, how important is projectile speed, I guess? 15% lucky shot? Like, how important is that? Rate of fire on crit! Yo, see? I'm telling you, we had stuff in the queue. It's only getting better. Only now are we strong, if not earlier. Yeah, see, don't even talk to me about doing damage with the RAM unless you're using the big hippo plus 10. With, Reforge. No, Reforge here. With the 11 times crit multi. And... okay, that's kind of expensive. Big damage. Huge damage. Let's keep going. This is probably energy, right? Oh, that's weird. Oh, it is energy. Purple's always something. In this case, it happens to be the seasonal mechanic. Open up. And then open these up. Can opener build right here. My ram's eaten. My Dodge ram is eaten. This is the K-Kona build. Oh, that's not the right thing. It probably does good damage. Not a button we want to utilize ever. These are kind of weird. It's like, trust me, I want to hit the weak spot. Where are you going? Buddy. It'd be so funny if it actually walked out and took all the items with it. I can do this real quick. Should be fast enough. Famous last words, I guess. Something's hitting me? The walrus. That's another age check. That's Ren and Stimpy core. Because, like, I'm gonna say it and no one knows what it is. So I'm just gonna help you out. Don't have to bother looking it up. I do find the reload speed. I mean, I guess to be fair, I don't know what Big Hippo reload speed normally is. That seems pretty quick. Has to be enhanced, right? Single scroll, elemental damage to a random element. Element changes on reload. There's bonuses with our pulse effect, but we need more to activate it. I am technically doing more damage based on money. Though I guess, yes, we are doing more money based on our damage. That is a thing. Ow. Oh, what a sound. Gotta love that sound. Okay. We already got the red chest for this area. We already got the secret area, too. Yeah, this is an awkward monster for me to fight. Because, like, while they're frozen, it seems as though they don't actually take any damage. Basically, it's two monsters in one. When one monster dies, the penguin hops off or the baboon starts to, like, rampage around. Dang, I need both of... well, I guess I don't need this. But having this maxed out would be very nice. Every time your skill deals damage, it deals additional damage based on how much money you own. That's a thing. Rich privilege. What a name. Let's do this while I'm here. Got the last piece. I don't think it activates Frost Blessing, though. It does. Frost Blessing activated. That's +1 ultimate execution, because it does like a range of 2 monsters. However, we're probably going into the boss, so it may not even matter in the first place. But in terms of like, oh my god, if we had that earlier, just imagine how strong I would have been. We're gonna try to replace a 3. %15% chance to deal 1 extra hit with your ability. That's kind of impressive. All right, here's a 4. Just a raw +4. Which I think is fine because, like, this 3 right here is worthless. And technically it's the same thing, right? This... It's all kind of awkward. I guess you go for this one and get the +3, +2. All right. Empty. Auto select. So it decided to just straight up not put stuff in. As if the game is telling me, we know how to get you strong. And I don't know if I believe it. To get in like as many pluses as possible. So there is weapon damage. Primary skill. This is the stacking thing. Mana Surge. This is only ever really great at 6. I have a lot of generic runic energy. I would like to get my other one in here too. Reload time, weapon damage, crit. It's like if I delete a 3, how bad would that affect me, I think? This is like not getting utilized. I have 8 invalid points. Empty. Auto. We're down to only 2 invalid points. This seems so much better. This is like overcapped. I wonder why it didn't do this. Then I have this 3 out of 8, and then still another one that's not utilized. Weapon level 3. Maybe we don't care that much. And then just pump stuff up. Ideally, it's these. At max stacks, each shot has a 4% chance to fire an additional projectile that auto-tracks enemy weak points. Sure. Why not? So we enhance by 2. This by 1. And I only have... Oh, I have 3 more. So I could do 2 here. And then the last one is basically worthless. So I'll hang on. Just in case something weird happens that I don't know about. It is a new season. I don't know everything that could happen. I don't even know if I have all the seasonal mechanics unlocked yet. I should be very close to having them all. Alright, Peddler. Your shield starts recharging whenever you kill an enemy or destroy an item. I don't think there's... Well, technically there's enemies in the boss fight. The tubes? Those should count. Damage while stationary? Sure. Alright. Boost. Enhance. Crap, it costs money. We're doing bonus damage based on money. Alright. I'm going to assume that my primary skill doesn't really do that much to this boss. Really, this is going to be where the rate of fire tech comes in. Yeah, see? Like, we could maybe execute that. You are attacking me, sir? Wait, was he supposed to get one-tapped? How dare you not get one tap? I think that activated twice. There he goes. Oh wait, I still have to do this? I was about to say, wait, he's dead, isn't he? I got the achievement already. How'd I get the achievement before the boss was dead? It's like the game didn't even know if he was dead or not. Or the game was like, oh yeah, this dude's done. Just give him the achievement. Send him to the next zone. Yo, GG's all around. He sleep. The game does let you keep going. I think there is an endless mode that I will not be doing right now. Though I do hope you enjoy this look at the new season. I think this is very fun. Like, I get a lot of enjoyment from making busted builds. All of my roguelikes, if I can make a busted build, that's my favorite part of the whole game. So this scratches that itch. We did unlock Reincarnation 10 just now, and I'm sure it's only going to get harder from here. Highest damage dealt, 33 bajillion damage. Wowee. We also level up the seasonal reward. It's like a little mini battle pass. It's not something that you would like buy into. It's just, here's some emotes, banners and stuff like that for doing the season. The season itself has a level system to it, so you'll eventually get like new stuff. Use Lin to execute all bosses in this game. Solo finish. Did I do that? I don't think I did E to do the kill. Wow, that was my first win on this character. Reincarnation 10. Monsters will grow stronger as you progress through the journey and the skills of elites and bosses are enhanced. New trap type, Lightning Barrel, will occur on the stage. Your each knocked down will reduce more remaining rescue time. That's for co-op. So yeah, very cool stuff. If you like what you saw, let me know your favorite character in Gunfire. I always love to revisit this game whenever there's an update, so maybe you'll see me in your games. Either way, leave a like on the video, subscribe, become a channel member on the main channel, VeeDotMe. Either way, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.